A violent summer thunderstorm rolls over the peaceful town of Brickton, Maine, striking in the dead of night. Lightning tears through the sky like jagged scars, winds howl, and torrential rain lashes against the windows of homes. At dawn, the storm leaves devastation in its wake, trees ripped from the ground, debris scattered across streets, and power lines down. David Drayton, a painter of movie posters, surveys the destruction from his lakefront property. His wife Stephanie worries about their son Billy and the food running low. The storm has knocked out the power, and the radio warns of continued outages. David's boathouse has been crushed by a falling tree, and a large hole has torn through their front window. As he takes in the damage, he notices a strange mist gathering over the lake, crawling in slowly but steadily. David decides to head into town to stock up on groceries and supplies. Alongside him are his son Billy and Brent Norton, their neighbor. Brent is an out-of-towner and an attorney who has had past legal disputes with David. Though tensions linger between them, the severity of the storm brings a temporary truce. As they drive into town, they pass by Army vehicles moving toward the Arrowhead Project, a nearby military base surrounded by secrecy. David notes the convoy with unease but says nothing to the local supermarket. The townspeople gather. The store is filled with familiar faces: the calm and capable Ollie Weeks, the assistant manager, Amanda Dunfry, a composed schoolteacher, Bud Brown, the store manager, and Mrs. Carmody, the town's deeply religious and controversial figure. Known for her fire and brimstone views, customers go about their shopping, murmuring about the storm, unaware that their reality is about to collapse. Suddenly, a loud siren blares in the distance. A man named Dan Miller comes sprinting toward the store, his nose bloodied and panic etched across his face. He shouts frantically, "There's something in the mist." The automatic doors slide closed just as the mist swallows the parking lot. Visibility drops to zero. A low, unsettling silence follows. Then the supermarket's power fails. Emergency lights flicker to life, casting the store in a dim, uneasy glow. Panic brews. David, Norm the bag boy, Ollie, and others head to the back of the store to check the generator. The generator room smells of fuel and smoke. They discover that the exhaust is backing up, and Norm offers to open the garage door to fix it. David hesitates. There's something ominous about the mist. But Norm insists. As the door opens slightly, tentacles, thick, slimy, and grotesque, slither in from the fog. Norm screams. The tentacles grab him, pull him to the ground, and despite the group's attempts to save him, he is dragged into the mist and violently torn apart. Blood splatters across the concrete. The door is slammed shut. Shock and disbelief ripple through the group. A terrible truth settles in. There are creatures hiding in the mist. Back in the store, David tries to warn the others, but skepticism meets him. Brent refuses to believe what he hears, suggesting mass hysteria. He believes in rationality, in law, and in order. But reason has no power over what they just witnessed. Brent insists on leaving, believing he can walk to town hall. David tries to stop him. A rope is tied to one volunteer, and the group steps into the mist. After a few minutes, the rope goes taut, then loose. When they reel it back in, it's frayed and soaked in blood. Only part of the man remains. Those who stayed behind understand this mist is death. Inside the supermarket, survivors fortify the windows and doors using bags of dog food, fertilizer, and anything they can find. Some people begin to fray under the pressure. Mrs. Carmody rises in influence, proclaiming that the mist is God's punishment. At first, the others scoff at her. But as hours pass and fear grows, so does her congregation. Night falls. Mysterious sounds echo from outside, skittering, shrieking, wings fluttering against the glass. Then, the attack begins. Insect-like creatures, drawn to the light, smash through the store windows. Winged predators follow. Chaos erupts. People scream, run, and fight. One man is stung to death. Amanda and Ollie grab guns and open fire. Several creatures are killed. The group survives, but barely. The store is now a cage filled with fear and blood. The next day, David organizes a run to the pharmacy next door to retrieve medical supplies. A group joins him: Ollie, Joe, Dan, and others. Inside, they find the place deserted and nightmarish. Human corpses are strung up in webs, their bodies pulsating with larvae. Giant spiders attack, spitting acidic webbing that melts flesh. In the chaos, one man is stung and dies. The others barely make it out alive. The pharmacy is a tomb. Meanwhile, Mrs. Carmody grows bolder. She declares that God has revealed to her what must be done. Sin must be purged with blood. First, she calls for repentance. Then, she calls for sacrifice. David realizes they must escape. He gathers Amanda, Ollie, Billy, and 2 others. They plan to leave at dawn. But before they can go, Carmody confronts them with her zealots. She declares Billy must be given up as a sacrifice. She is prepared to spill his blood. Ollie, calm but resolute, pulls his pistol and shoots her. The store falls silent. Her spell is broken. The group rushes outside. Creatures descend from the mist. Ollie is killed. Others are torn apart. David, Amanda, Billy, and the remaining survivors make it to the car. They drive through the desolate town. Mist blankets the road. Dead bodies litter the ground. Creatures of unimaginable scale move through the fog. Tentacle leviathans and colossus-like behemoths walk in the distance. The car runs out of gas. They have no food, no water, no help. David has 4 bullets. 5 people. Billy sleeps in the back seat. Amanda holds his hand. David makes the ultimate sacrifice. The screen cuts to black as gunshots ring out. David steps out of the car, weeping, screaming, broken. He begs the mist to take him. But then, through the silence, the sound of engines, the mist begins to clear. Tanks roll through. Soldiers in gas masks march past. They torch the creatures. Trucks carry survivors, including the woman who had left earlier to find her children. She cradles them in her arms. David falls to his knees. Salvation had arrived. But too late. He had killed everyone he loved, just moments before help came. The Mist is a brutal, haunting exploration of human nature under siege. It asks what we become when fear overtakes us, when reason fails, and when hope dies. It's not just the monsters in the mist that destroy us. It's the panic, the blind faith, the despair that turns neighbor against neighbor and father against fate. In the end, it reminds us that the greatest horror of all is what we're capable of doing to ourselves.